Did y'all know that your fat intake can cause you to have bacterial vaginosis, known as BV? That's when you have that nasty fishy smell, and you might have itching, and you might also have grayish discharge. Now, I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a medical professional, but those are the signs that I remember what BV is: the smell, the discharge, and some itchiness. And usually when you have BV, they tell you to go to the doctor and to take antibiotics. But as you guys may already know, antibiotics, let's break down what antibiotics is. Anti, which is like not, no, right? No is a negative word, anti. Then we have bio. Bio means life. So basically, the doctor's telling you to take anti-life because it does get rid of the life that's in your gut or whatever, or in your vagina or whatever. It's getting rid of something that's living, okay, to help clear it out. Now, I personally have suffered with bacterial vaginosis on and off for years. Not for years at a time, obviously. Whew. But I have suffered from it, right? And I have noticed that fat has definitely been correlated for me to increase my chances of getting BV, right? And since I know my body well enough, I know, okay, I think I might be getting BV. And then I do what I need to do. Oops, excuse me, my phone's making noise. I do what I need to do to clear it out without having to take antibiotics or going to the doctor. And I actually have a video that talks about that, so I can post it here, or maybe after this video is over, you guys can see it in the cards or wherever. But I want to show you guys this. It's on my phone. It is a study. They did a study on like 1,521 women, okay? 86% of them were African American. So that's me, okay? So this particularly, for African American women, they're more susceptible to it, to get BV from consuming fat than other groups. I'm not sure why our genetics are different from women for that. I don't know. But this is highlighted in purple, so I'm going to show you what I'm looking at, okay? Can you see that? It's not focusing. I'm so sorry. There we go. Okay, so that's what I'm reading from. And it's a study on the National Library of Medicine. Okay, so I'm not getting this. I'm getting this from, okay, that's where I'm getting it from. And if I remember, I'll put the link. I'll put the link either in the description box, or I'll put it in the comment section so you guys can read it for yourselves, because I'm just going to read very little parts of it because I don't want to they have some statistic things in here and stuff like that. But anyway, BV was associated, adjusted for OR or AOR, which, okay, whatever, with increased dietary fat. Then they have some type of parentheses of numbers. After adjusting for other energy, nutrients, and behavioral and demographic covariance. Okay. Several BV was associated with total fat, saturated fat, and monounsaturated fat. Okay. So basically they concluded that a significant inverse associated between severe BV and intakes of folate, vitamin E, and calcium. Okay, so if you take, okay, we'll just keep reading. We conclude that increased dietary fat intake is associated with increased risk of BV and severe BV, whereas increased intake of folate, vitamin A, and calcium may decrease the rate of severe BV. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you guys that if you guys do not know, if you are someone who is more susceptible to BV, bacterial vaginosis, and you're a Black woman, even women who are not Black, you could still, I'm sure fat probably still can affect your bacterial flora in your vagina. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys that if you're trying to figure out, well, I clean myself, I do everything right, but I'm still getting BV, it could be the amount of fat you're eating. I notice for me personally, if I eat a lot of fat or eat especially a lot of saturated fat, I can get BV. And it's like, oh no, I ate too much fat. And it can just be a number of a couple of days eating a more higher in fat in my diet. And it comes like that. So if you've been trying to figure out why you're constantly getting it, it could be your diet, and particularly the fat, too much of that fat. Now, I eat a mixed diet. So I notice if I'm eating like less saturated fat, I feel like it helps me not to even get BV. But they said not just saturated, they mentioned total fat, saturated fat, and monounsaturated fat. So I don't know, but I feel like when I'm eating stuff that's high in saturated fat, like stuff that might be made from coconuts or bacon, things like that, maybe a lot of eggs and stuff like that, I feel like it kind of triggers it. So you kind of have to know your body, but now we have actual data here that states that, yeah, it can be triggered by the fat intake that you're eating. But it's good to know that folate, vitamin A, and calcium can help decrease that. So that's good. But yeah, they're saying that African American women is higher compared to other ethnic groups. So, of course they said smoking, chronic stress, vaginal douching, and contraceptive pills are also associated with BV. So if you changed your diet, but you're very stressed out, you're douching, you're taking, birth control pills, and you're smoking, that can also help bring the BV on. But anyway, I just wanted to just do like a public service announcement about it. Because I know a lot of us do suffer from that. Some people may be more susceptible to yeast infections or other things, but you're not alone, honey. So again, I will show you either in the cards or right now, the video you can watch that I personally, things that I have used in the past to help with BV, so I don't have to constantly go to the doctor, because I don't want to keep taking antibiotics every time I have BV. Then I'll be taking it maybe a couple times a year, maybe even more than that sometimes, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I need to find some healthier ways so I don't have to constantly take antibiotics. And the last time I took antibiotics was for tonsillitis, and before that it was years since I've taken antibiotics. But if I kept going to the doctor every time I had BV, I'd be paying a lot of money every time. So I'm just trying to help you guys out. Again, I'm not a medical professional, not a doctor, but if you're interested, you can watch my other video that talks about how you can naturally, bring yourself back into balance. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.